In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can download files on a Linux system using the tool wget or wget. So let's use an example data here. I'll send it to this page. So there's a page. I'll leave the link to this page in the description box. Now, before we proceed, let me also say that I have a tutorial that shows how to perform this analysis. So basically, that tutorial reproduces what has been given here. So if you're interested, you can check the description box. The link to that video is there. All right, now let's scroll down to get the example data. So scroll down to this section, get data, and then you have this coming up. All right, so I will start with the example data here, this one here. I will just copy the link, and then I'll move to the terminal. All right, so on the terminal, I'll say wget, and then I'll supply it with the link like this. So let's execute this command. All right, the file has been downloaded. So this is how we download files using wget. Now, there come situations where you will start a download and then by maybe due to maybe network interruptions, the download will be interrupted. And that means that your download will be broken. So let's take a look at something. Let's cancel this download. Right, let's do an ls. You will find a file there, but the file is incomplete. Okay, so if you have a situation where the file is incomplete, I mean the download is incomplete, it has been broken, it's possible to resume it using wget. Okay, so this file that we were downloaded, it was 23% and then we stopped it. We can continue or resume the download. So to do that, we say wget, then we say -c, and then we supply it with a link like this, and then we can execute the command. So let's do it now. So once you do it, then wget will quickly take a look at the file, and then if the download was incomplete, it will resume. So you can see that it has started from 23%. We ended here, and then it's continued from that, and then to move on to get the file downloaded. So let's wait for the file to get downloaded. All right, the file has been downloaded. So let's clear the screen and do an ls, and we are going to find a file there. All right. Now, with wget, it's possible to also download and then rename at the same time. So this time, let's use a different file. Let's go to a different page, this one here. I'll leave the link to this page also in the description box. And again, I've also reproduced this tutorial here, so check the description box, you'll find a link to that video. So here, let's scroll down to this one here. Let's also use the first file here. I'll copy it. So here, what I want to do is that I want to download and then rename to a different name. Okay, I'm going to download, but this time I'll give it a different name. Let me just put it that way. So on the terminal, to download and then rename at the same time, I will say wget, and then I'll paste it, and then I'll say -o, and then I can say, let's say file.fq.gz. So let's execute this command. All right, so this will download, and you can see the statement here. It says saving to, and we have the name there. So with this approach, you don't have to download and then rename again. You can download and then at the same time change the name. So that's what has been done here. So wget, you have your link, and then -o, and then you have your new file name. So that's how we do it. All right, the file has been downloaded. So let's do an ls, and we are going to find it there. Now let's do something else. Now with wget, it's also possible to specify a directory. Let's take a look at something. Let's say we have a directory. Let's create a directory. Let's make the download. We have that directory there. So let's just say we want to download and then save it in this directory. It's possible to do that with wget. So to do that, we say wget, we supply it with a link, and then you say -p space, and then you indicate the directory. So I'll say download, and then I'll execute this command. So once I do that, the file will be downloaded and saved in that directory. So we can see that here. It says saving to, and we have it here, download slash, and we have the file. So it will be downloaded to this directory, and then because we did not supply any name, the original name will be used here. So that's how we do it. All right, so we have done that. Okay, so let's ls into the download directory. We are going to find a file. Okay, so this is how we do it. All right, now let's take a look at something else. So with wget, let's do an ls. If let's say you are downloading, and then there is a file which has the same name as what is being downloaded, then the new one will be given a number. Let's try that. So let's go back to, we are using this same file. So let's go back to that page which is here. Let's copy that link again, and then let's say wget, and then let's paste it there. So let's run this command. So if you do that, you see what is happening here. It says saving to, we have the name here. Let me highlight it. And we have .1. This is because there is a file with that same name there. And so to avoid accidentally removing or deleting or modifying it, we have this number given to it. Okay, so maybe you wanted to re-download the file. And so it's a way to just make sure that you maintain your original file. All right, that file has been downloaded. So if I do an ls, I'm going to find this, and I'm going to find this. So this is the new file that has been given here. So these are different approaches to use wget to download your data. So there are other things you can add. It depends on what you want, but I'll cover other things in other tutorials. But for now, these instructions here can help you get started with downloading files on Linux systems using wget. So join me next time.